You might have a bunch of questions and see that I have lots of options. Hi, my name is Isabel, and I am a business and life coach and artist, multimedia storyteller, and here to serve people. I really focus on working with transformational leaders and people that are leading communities, facilitators, companies, and working on their own emotional intelligence, cultivating their own self-trust, and their own personal self-expression, and what that self-expression looks like in an empowered way. So, how do you know what to look for in a life coach? There's so many options, and maybe you just heard about it, or you read a book somewhere to hire one, or you've been thinking about getting one, and you're uncertain kind of what the criteria to look for are. So I'm going to give you a few rules or tips that have supported me, because I also have hired life coaches in the past to help me move forward towards my goals, and it's always great to have somebody else support and facilitate and cheer you on in moving you closer to your goals. So one of the first things that I look for in a life coach is, are they doing the things that I want to do? Or do they have a track record, or I can look at their resume, or I can Google them and find their name or interviews or things like that where they've already accomplished the things I want to accomplish. If they didn't, I might not want to hire them, or I would want to ask them in a discovery call a few questions around what they have accomplished, what they've shifted or transformed in their own life, and what their process was. For me, it's a lot of doing and a lot of action. So I know in the past I've hired coaches that they've already been digital nomads, because at the time I wanted to be a digital nomad, travel around the world, run a business from my laptop, and see if it was possible. And so I hired a coach that was already a few steps ahead. So somebody that is already a few steps ahead of where you want to be, and they have a track record, or they have a resume, or they have a podcast, or internet evidence or offline evidence that they have already done the things you want to do. Second thing that I look for in somebody that I want to hire as a coach is how they present themselves. So, kind of, it's the industry, right? Anybody can call themselves anything this day and age of fake news and fake profiles, and that's kind of the dangers and the exciting part of being online is anybody can say that they are anything. So this is why it's important, again, to do your due diligence and research the people that you want to work with. So, yeah. How they present themselves is very important. Do they know about branding and presentation, and are they confident in their own presentation and their own appearance? Like, are they solid in that, right? So I've worked with a styling coach, I've worked with a curator, I've worked with a business coach, and so I feel very solid in those aspects of my life. So how I present myself to the world, I will have particular colors that I will wear, and the clothing that I wear, and how I carry myself when I'll do a presentation or a speech or give a talk is going to be very, very intentional in how I do that. If that's not important to you, I would be mindful of that and ask yourself why. Just because in a professional setting, how you present and presentation is a very important skill to master, so that you know how to attract the tribe, the people, the community that you want to surround yourself with. So just keep that in mind, how they present themselves. Third thing, not so much their massive following. This is something that over the years has become a big thing in lots of different digital industries, of followers, and how many followers this person has, this coach has, because a lot of the times that could be falsified, and it's not really a big marker for me of their own success, of influence and things like that. If I see, because it's very easy, because I do teach PR and PR coaching of presentation, how it's very important to have authentic engagement and followers, and a community that gets value from what you create. So with that said, don't look at the followers. You can look, of course, at their engagement, and engagement means how many times somebody engages with the content that they put out. And even sometimes that is not necessarily the best marker, but followers doesn't really matter. For hiring a life coach, it's more of the track record of they've already done it and they're a few steps ahead of where they want to be. Then a couple other things to keep in mind are you coachable? And it's going to be really new in how you communicate with this person as you hire a coach, because in a way you are almost being open and receptive to what they have to say, because they've already been there, they've already done that, and being receptive to it and doing things that are out of your comfort zone is going to be part of the process when you're working with a coach. And then the other thing, because coaches, teachers all have to work with this, is doing the work. Do you have the time, or will you put the time aside to do the homework and do the work that you signed up for and paid for to do? Like, right, even if you hire a fitness coach, are you going to show up to go to the gym? Are you going to show up every day and do the exercises? And of course stuff comes up, but even so, that's more of a sign then of upper limiting or ego or past stories kind of coming up and being like, no, you're not this. Let's go back to our regular homeostasis of this is where we're at, instead of creating a new homeostasis of up here. So that's what coaches do, is they bring you to a new baseline of how to be order from the chaos, and really connecting you with your own knowledge and their own knowledge, and kind of co-create goals and steps to move you towards the things that you want to create, right? So my thing is a lot of self-expression and PR. So how do you express yourself fully through your artwork, whether it's a published book and exhibition, building up an audience and a tribe that resonates with you and your work and sees value in it, right, in a digital space and an offline space. And so I've been there, done that for the last 10 years in organizing events and finding kindreds and selling artwork and books, selling workshops, things like that. So if that feels right to you, right, and that's the kind of the last thing that I want to mention here, is if you're vibing well, and I know that sounds very hippy-dippy woo-woo, but if you don't really connect well at a deep philosophical level, and at an energetic level with this person, they might not be the one for you. And there are so many coaches that you can work with that would fit with you, that it's really good to do a few discovery calls and see which ones you vibe with. And even before you get on the discovery call, do your research. Do your research ahead of time. Listen to them on a podcast. Watch some of their YouTube videos. Join their online communities if they have them. Get on their mailing list. And see if you implement what they already are talking about for free, if that is making a change in your own life. Because coaches are the ones that are working with the people that are going to do the work. If not, you're not going to get results. And that's how it is with coaches. Right? So do your homework. All right, I hope that helps you in your own process of kind of filtering out coaches and your own goals and what you need to move forward towards. If you're wanting a few free resources so you can get started on this, you can go to isabelrizzo.com and sign up for the free 5-day storytelling challenge, where we go through your past story, what made you who you are, and what value you're bringing out to the world. This is a more introspective way of connecting with your calling, with your gifts, what it is that you're really here to be doing, and your aptitudes of maybe you're great at sales, or maybe you're great at facilitating, maybe you're great at creating really great environments and design. Whatever it is, head over to isabelrizzo.com, and I look forward to reading your comments, hearing about what you guys are creating, and seeing you maybe even in the Singularity Storyteller Incubator. Bye.